For Your Money is brought to you by NelsonCorp Wealth Management.
It's now time for Your Money. We're joined by James Nelson, financial advisor at NelsonCorp Wealth Management. Welcome back, James.
Thanks, Brandy.
So we have talked a lot recently about how inflation is impacting financial markets. For retirees, there are considerations beyond that. Could you talk to us about that?
Sure. So most of the conversations regarding inflation center around how they affect stock and bond prices. And while that's a worthwhile discussion, it's a little bit more nuanced for retirees. Inflation not only impacts their assets that they may be invested in, but also how much money they can spend. So in our industry, there's considered the 4% safe withdrawal approach, which means a person can spend 4% of their account value per year, adjusted for inflation, and over any 30-year period of time, they would make out just fine. They'd have their lump sum left over, and they would have spent that cash flow throughout the years. So we've got a chart here that kind of illustrates this and helps kind of drive home the point. And what we're looking at here is the S&P 500 ranging holding periods over a 1 to 30-year period of time. So the yellow line there in the middle is the long run stock average of about 10%. The blue line is the best returns in a given period of time. So that 1 year holding period on the far left of the chart shows that it was nearly 60%. And then as we move throughout the years, you can see it gets closer and closer to the average. Now on the flip side, we've got the red line, which again shows the minimum annualized returns over a period of time. Again, starting on the left, starts out about a negative 45% 1 year. And then as we move through time, that gets closer to the average as well. So the blue line is representing a 12% average. The red line is representing an 8% average over that 30-year period of time.
So how is inflation able to have a significant impact on this type of analysis?
Yeah, so most people see that chart and they say, well, 8 to 12%, why can I only spend 4% of my account value? And the answer to that is inflation. So inflation has really chipped away at returns, and we've seen that especially this year. And typically inflation's running at 2 to 3%. That doesn't sound like a whole lot, but over a long period of time, 2 to 3% can really add up. So that's a huge concern. The other thing is that people view a stock market decline as one of the biggest risks in retirement. And while that is a serious threat, inflation is probably right there with them as far as a threat they should be considering as well.
If you missed any of our discussion, we'll make it available for you on ourquadcities.com.